Good day, good night, and welcome to the Champs-Élysées. Welcome to France, winner of the 2018 World Cup. Duane, how you doing? Duane, how you doing?
Hey, Kevin. I'm doing good. Doing good. I'm at a lavender farm. This is one of the strangest World Cup experiences I've had in my life. I didn't watch the World Cup final at the lavender farm, but I'm getting photos taken right now of me here. I don't know. Is lavender a French thing? I kind of sound French. Lavender.
It is.
Yeah, there you go.
Lavendre. It's mauve. It's nice fields. I have to say, congratulations to France, winner of the 2018 World Cup final.
Indeed. I got a deserved winner. Both Kevin and I, as listeners might know, did pick them to win, and we're going to, I think, evaluate this World Cup in detail in the days ahead. Today is going to be a bit of a initial first thought, and then we'll have our sober second thoughts a little bit down the line. But,
full disclosure, I cannot say that I'm sober right now. I'll be full disclosure. As soon as the final of the third whistle blew, I had like 5 shots waiting in front of me. I guess listeners were present where I was, and they were a little bit happy for me.
No, indeed, and they should be, because you were in a place where the French national team is very popular, of course. I'm in Prince Edward County in a very quaint and idyllic kind of surrounding, so it's not maybe the same thing. But no, it was a very fun game to watch. I can't imagine it would not be very exciting to watch in a partisan environment where France sort of did everything it had to do to be victorious.
6 goals in a World Cup final. When's the last time we saw that? I have no idea, but 6 goals in this World Cup final. Yes, Croatia's second goal was a bit of a fluke, a blunder by Hugo Lloris. But come on, it's not about the second goal for Croatia. It's about the third goal for France. Mbappe showing the world. Paul Pogba scoring. Wow, what a victory. Bravo, la France. 2 stars, 2 étoiles. Allez les Bleus.
Oh, the Mbappe, of course, would be the emerging star of this tournament. I did think Modric was the right pick for Golden Ball, but Mbappe certainly the star, and they got them both in there. Truly, Harry Kane with his strong performance as well.
Golden Ball for England, Duane. Golden Boot for England. When's the last time this happened?
Well, and all 4 semifinals were represented in the championship awards at the end of the game as well. Courtois with the Gold Glove, but. You mentioned when was the last time we saw 4-2, 6 goals in a final. Well, I'll tell you, I don't know that offhand. I know that if you go back to some of the really old finals, that they were high scoring. But if you look at the last 7 finals, this was only the second time that both teams scored.
Yeah, so it was 1-0 all the way through the last 3 or 4 finals. Anyways, what a game! This game was fun to watch. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, and it was 0-0 in 06. So. Yeah.
Exactly. 06, 0-0, headbutt, Materazzi, Zidane gets him off, and then Trezeguet missing the penalty. Today is the day we forgive Trezeguet. Today is the day because of Mbappe, Griezmann, Pogba. We forget about 2006.
Well, and 2014 to a lesser extent, or 2016, pardon me.
Yeah, 16, yeah.
I'm mixing my days.
Damn Portugal and Eder, but you know what? You gave us the fortitude to win today.
Well, yeah, and France is on quite the run. I mean, you're in the Euro final in 2016. You win the World Cup in 2018. They're hosting the Women's World Cup next year, which is going to be something that they're very much in with a shout with as well, if you want to just look at it in both genders. And you have to consider them to be, one of the favorites in 2020 already. So this is truly a generational team, and a team that I think is among the greatest of all time. Now that they've got this second title, we mentioned the Big Four, that being Argentina, Brazil, Germany, and who am I missing here? In Italy, that typically are considered to be the best 4 footballing nations in the world. I think you add the 5th now, 100% with the second world title for France. A remarkable performance across the board. Well, look, it was a controlled professional performance. They never got out of, maybe they got out of second gear for stretches in today's game, but the best team over the course of the month, without a doubt.
Yeah. Okay. Let's address what I know you want to talk about to begin with. VAR, who has been absent for the last 2 weeks, has disappeared off the face of this World Cup for the last 2 weeks. No one talked about VAR for the last 10 days. It disappeared, but it made an appearance in this final with a clear handball by I have no idea who it was, a Croatia player in the box, which made, I think it was Mandzukic to be quite honest, made a deliberate motion with his hand to the ball, which actually gave.
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
I don't agree. Go ahead. It hit his hand, yeah. It hit his hand, but the only reason people think it's a deliberate motion is because they're watching it in super slow motion. This is my argument against VAR, is it completely distorts how you view the game. I don't think that's a penalty. I don't think it's especially a penalty. You should give it a World Cup final. How the hell does he move his hand away in that moment? He didn't purposely do that.
Well, thank God there was 2 more goals after it, because at least it's not the winning goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, France wins the game. They're the better team today. Like, there's no doubt about that. That's nothing to do with it. But I 100% disagree that was the correct call. And more to the point, if you look at opinion around the world, it is very much split on it, and it's very much split amongst people that are both partisan and nonpartisan, people that have played the game, people that have refereed the game. No one knows. No one can say that for sure because it has to do with the motion. So to watch it in super slow motion, yeah, the hand moves, but the hand just moves generally, naturally. It's not on purpose. To me, it's not a penalty, but I mean, as you say, it doesn't really matter one way or the other at this point because VAR is probably here to stay. And I'm not convinced it is at the FIFA level. It's here to stay within the sport because leagues like MLS are never going to go away from it. You could see it at a World Cup level being moved away from because not every country views it the same way we do. True. It's a lot less liked outside of North America than it is in elsewhere, right?
Thank God for Mbappe and Pogba. 3rd goal Pogba, 4th goal Mbappe, which made this decision of the penalty almost a moot point because you take that goal away, it's still France dominating the second half, at least, of this game.
Yeah, I mean, once it gets to 4-1, the fluke goal notwithstanding, this game is in full control. And it's in full control because of the high-end skill of the top players for France. You can look at Modric, and I do, as I said, think he was a deserving golden ball winner for this tournament. But overall, this French team is just too good, too fast, too athletic, just too good. And
you know what's
deserving
funny,
world champion.
Deserving world champion, but every single game of France's tournament, we always talked about one thing. They're still not playing up to their potential. They're still not playing that great. Can you imagine if France would actually played up to its potential all the way through this tournament?
Well, yeah. I mean, the one counter I'd say to that is perhaps this is by design to a certain extent that they're giving up some possession because they know they have that high-end weapons up top, and that is how a lot of people in the world play the game now, right? So
you don't need to be the best team, right? You don't need to be the best team. You need to be better than the team in front of you, and I think that turns some people off, but it is true. You only need to be better one game at a time than the team in front of you. And if you just do a little bit more than the team in front of you, you're going to win. And now France, 20 years after their first World Cup ever, gets their 2nd star on your jersey. And Duane, do I have to tell you that tomorrow morning I'm going to a sports shop getting a brand new jersey with 2 stars on it?
Oh, they have the 2 stars already. More to your point, you have to be the more clinical team. You don't have to be the more talented team. You don't have to be the better team. You have to be the more clinical team, and that's a lot of what the modern tactics are about. Is about the ability to maximize your opportunities, and there's a lot of factors that go into that. I think that the modern players evolved to the point where they are faster, they're quicker, they're more explosive, they're able to just provide that athleticism that maybe in the past they didn't. And I think they also just through things like statistical evaluation, through video review, they understand where and how to produce the better chances and maximize your opportunity to score. It really, we make fun of expected goals. A lot of people that don't like stats will go, "Oh, who won the XG?"
Yeah, but France had the most expected goals in the 2018 World Cup, and that's a fact. And that's because of the way they played. It's not always pretty, and it's not always Giroud. And here, Here's a little fact to Giroud's deniers all across the world right now. Giroud might have scored as much as goals and as many goals as you would have thought he would. He created space. He created timing. He created opportunities for the players like Griezmann and Mbappe behind him. And Duane, this stat is right up until now. When Griezmann scores, France is undefeated.
And there you go. And look, Griezmann is clinical from the spot too. Never missed a spot kick, right? And he converted. And we've seen, high-end spot kicks missed in this World Cup in various levels that we follow in this game. So
Messi, Ronaldo, yeah, you're right. Best players in the world cannot convert.
Yeah, that matters. And to finish just the expected goals thing, it's not about who won the expected goals battle. It's about understanding what expected goals means, what that means to a team from a tactical, strategical level, and understanding that this, statistically speaking, you're going to score more if you get the ball here, and then you evolve your tactics to get the ball there more often, right? So that's how teams use that stuff, and I think that's why we're seeing the tactics evolve that way. So no, look, France was the team that won over the month. They were the most consistent team. They were the best team. They were the deserving champions. Does that mean that they're going to win in 2 years' time? No, not necessarily. But
probably
they're
not.
Going to be in with a chance.
England,
wins.
Germany's
never going to have Germany's never going to have a tournament like they just had. Like that, it's never going to happen. Again, I mean,
Brazil either, right? It's when you look at this whole thing, Argentina being a tire fire, Germany being a tire fire, everything needs to happen. France takes the opportunity and gets the second star.
All right. I just saw a pop-up there. Anyone who remembers the pitch invasion from the game today, it was Pussy Riot. I didn't realize that till this very moment. If you know who those are, well.
Yeah, of course it was. Four persons invaded the pitch at the same time. A few of them got tackled hard by security, and it kind of had to be Pussy Riot for the social justice protests, which kind of makes sense. We'll see.
Well, this is why I mentioned it very briefly, is that often a pitch invader is doing it for attention. These are pitch invaders that are doing it for attention, but they're trying to draw attention to the social issues that they feel need to have attention drawn to. So quickly, I'll say that. Google them if you want and go from there, but we'll talk more about the game now. Look, I don't know what more to say right now in an initial first thought, Kevin. As I say, deserving champions. And did we pick them? The reason I picked them, too, you mentioned you have to beat the teams in front of you. When you looked at France, chalk draw, they had the best draw. They had the simplest draw. Obviously, England got a great draw at the end.
Yes.
But that wasn't anticipated, right?
Thank you, Adrian Januzaj, for scoring that goal in the third game of the group stage for Belgium. But, thinking of England, there's only one team who beat England in this 2018 World Cup, and that's Belgium twice. France, no one did beat them.
Yeah, well, and I think France beats England today, too. But it's a great World Cup across the board. And this is the things that we're going to look at in the days ahead. We'll talk about, our favorite moment, our favorite goal, our favorite game, and things like that, or what we think the best game, best moment, best goal, those types of things were. But right now, just the emotional reaction to it, a couple things, Kevin. First off, I'm kind of happy it's done. Although we're never going to be further away. We're never going to be further away from a men's World Cup than we are at this very moment in our entire lifetime, because of course the Qatar World Cup is, we announced the dates and it's not starting until late November. So
November 18th to December 21st. That's kind of insane.
I was kind of hoping at least I'd get a World Cup game on my birthday, which is the 11th, but I don't even get that. So there you go. So we're never further away, although, those of us that have listened to this show and for a while know that we also cover the women's game. So really, I'm only 11 months away from another World Cup that I will follow very closely. But nonetheless, it was a lot of fun for a lot of times. But now I'm ready to take a deep breath, watch the continued train wreck that is TFC's season, and well, I mean, they won a championship last year, so you can't get too upset about that.
They're not going to win one this year. They won't make the playoff this year. I'm sorry to break it down to you, but I've made the calculations last night. And before last night's game, it was a 2 points game average. Toronto needed to get to 54 points by the end of the season. Now it's 2.2, and that's just too much.
Oh, yeah. I'm still going to put $10 down on the 150 to 1 odds that they have to win the MLS Cup right now, but that's just me. Yeah, look, it's putting that aside. That's what we're going to talk about in the days ahead, and I'm looking forward to doing that again. I'm especially looking forward to taking a great big deep breath and going, okay,
MLS.
Think about let's think about the Premier League again. Let's think about La Liga again. Let's think about Serie A again. Now that we have Ronaldo over there, it's going to be a fun season coming up, and that's the great thing about this sport is it never ends.
I'm just being told, breaking news, Juventus wins the 2018-2019 Serie A. The Scudetto. Good job on Juventus. And by the way, if you're from San Jose, California, Northern California, make sure you listen to our YouTube page right now. There's a special that I did last night about what the heck happened at Stat Saputo on the San Jose side. Duane, I don't know if you caught this, and if you didn't, you have to. A player being subbed off for another player, being subbed off for another one, and then another one. It was such a tire fire.
Well, tire fire can often sum up a lot of things there. I'll make sure to catch back up on that. But we say goodbye to the World Cup now. And as I said, I'm kind of okay with that. It was a fun month, but I have other stuff I need to be doing in my life, including going to a lavender farm. So, yeah, that's going to wrap it for me for this month.
We're back tomorrow at 10 a.m. with the regular show. Talking about Major League Soccer. Wednesday morning, we have Josh Gross on the show, famous mixed martial arts journalist, but more importantly, LAFC journalist as well. I'm really happy to have Josh Gross on the line on Wednesday. We'll have other guests this week as well, probably on Tuesday. Talk about DC United, Wayne Rooney. And you know what, Dwayne? What really made me angry is that piece of steel that landed on Lindsay Simpson's head and forced her to not cover the rest of the Wayne Rooney beginning of the game. You want to open your stadium early, fine, but at least make sure it's secure,
Fair enough.
On that note, you can follow Duane on Twitter at 24th Minute, myself at Kev Laramee. We'll be back Monday morning, 10 a.m., with the return of Soccer Today. And as always, until tomorrow, have a great soccer.